Hello everybody, how's everyone doing? My name is LattMackey and we're going to keep the Splatterhouse going and the splattering going with some more Splatterhouse. Hello everyone in chat. Oh, so nice to see everyone. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday and weekend. So this is Splatterhouse on the TurboGrafx-16 and I would like to say it's the OG or the original Splatterhouse, but there was actually, this is a port of the arcade version that was apparently a little more popular in Japan than it was here in the States, but we're going to try to keep it going. Nice to see everyone in the chat. Hello everybody. So we're just going to get it going and we'll talk about it as we go along. I'm going to go ahead and press start. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, so this one has a bunch of fun speed strats to it. And if you've ever played the Splatterhouse in the arcade, this is very similar. It's actually a really good port, but there are definitely some differences, mostly being the difficulty. The arcade version of this game is super challenging. But we have the same world record holder in both the arcade and the TurboGrafx-16 version, which is Zallard1, who is, really good time. He has a sub 13-minute time on this game. So this is what you're going to see is a lot of combination of jumping and sliding. While the game is kind of on rails and it's pretty much kind of like a what do you call it, like an auto scroller. You can control the auto scroll a little bit with the speed that you're moving to, the right or the left of the screen. So you'll see me jumping and sliding quite a bit in this game to try to get through the levels as fast as I can. This is the first level boss, and it's there's really no RNG to it. It happens the same way every single time. So the first level is kind of set on how quickly you can get through it within about a couple seconds or so. Okay, we are done with the first level. Oops. I had some good runs during practice, so I actually am using my split, so you may see the timer turn red or anything like that, and that's because there is a possibility for PB, but always a challenge to do so. This is the second level of the game. There's actually 7 stages in the entire game, and the same type of thing is happening. You want to do slides and jump kicks, anything that can move you faster across the stream. Hey, Stormcrow, what's up, man? Speaking of Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti world record holder, as you just saw, I do have to comment really quick on the Wanpaku Graffiti because it's such a good speedrun. If you're considering at all trying a speedrun and you've never tried one before, strongly consider Wanpaku Graffiti because it's very straightforward. There is some RNG elements to it, but there's not a bunch of crazy glitches or anything like that. And it's kind of similar to this game too, actually. This is a really fun, more technical speedrun to learn, but there's only RNG in a few spots. So these are actually really fun speedruns to try for the first time if you've never done so before. So, like this stage is actually a straight auto scroller, and interestingly enough, or this room is, interestingly enough, you can actually stop the auto scroll. So unlike like Super Mario Bros. 3 or something like that, you can if you stand at the far left of the screen, you actually will stop the auto scroll itself. So here is the room, the level 2 or stage 2 boss, and all this stuff hits you. So you want to avoid getting hit by glasses, bottles, candles, and of course, a haunted or somehow possessed chair that can work you over, and you have to destroy it. Okay, I'm gonna try and hit the knives. Now oh geez. So what you want to do here is obviously, I'm not getting it at all here. There's a bunch of knives in the room that, of course, are attacking you because that's what knives do when you're in haunted rooms. And then the window. Now, if you stand in the center of the room that I'm not going to do, you could get hit by the chandelier. Watch out. Okay, we're good. We did it. We're all okay. Hey, Les Otter, how you doing? Hello, everybody. So now we're on to stage 3, where we get one of my favorite weapons in the game, and that is the all-powerful, almighty shotgun, as you saw in Wanpaku Graffiti as well, actually. Now, we're going to use this. It's going to help us get through the boss faster in this level. You'll notice, though, that I'm going to keep sliding and jumping as that helps me move faster through the stage. In every stage, that is going to be the strat, is to jump, kick, and slide as much as I possibly can to get through it as fast as I can. Okay, so we got through that part. Get that guy. We're going to pick up the fully loaded shotgun. And here is Chainsaw Dude. I'm sure he has a name, but he is a dude with a chainsaw in his hands. Much more challenging in the arcade version than he is in this console. Thank heavens. Okay, so we got past stage 3. Whew, go team. Trying to think. Yeah, that's the only time we're actually going to be using the shotgun in the entire run. On to stage 4, which has one of my favorite enemies. Hey, Mim, how you doing? Hello, everybody. So nice to see everybody. So here's a cool weapon that we're only going to use for this part of the game, and that's the spear. You can throw it across the entire level, which is totally fun. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the Splatterhouse games, the whole setup and the whole story idea is that you and your girlfriend, Rick, were traveling through, I don't know, a woods of some sort on your way home or something like that. And you happen upon this mansion that obviously you have to go in, because what else would you do when you're walking somewhere is to go into, an unmarked haunted mansion. And that's what happens. You get stuck. You and your girlfriend get separated. And you end up in this place that is obviously not, maybe what one might consider a normal mansion, apparently. Anyway, so there's some bats. This is kind of a cool enemy here. Or, these things, these spikes that kind of looking like they're in 3D. Going to avoid getting hit by them. Rick gets murdered immediately, right? Wild glitch. There was a light on. Maybe you're right. Emily, yeah. Or over at the Frankenstein place. Why not go visit her, right? How you doing, Emily? It's good to see you. So here is the mirror room, and you can actually see Rick being mirrored. We're going to have a load. There we go. Takes 3 hits. We can do a little dancing. And now, there's absolutely no help whatsoever with the dancing, but it is for swag. I really like the mirror effect. It's really cool in this game. I'm not sure why it's there, but it definitely looks, it's really fun, and just, gives you something to do while you're doing an auto scroller. So this is one of those things too. So I could actually stop the auto scroll in this stage, for swag. Yes. It's important to do something for swag. So this is the boss, and this is some of my favorite music in the game. So a couple of differences. I'm actually playing this on the PC Engine, and this is the Japanese version of the game. As you may or may not know, a lot of games did get censored when they came to the States, and the censored version of this is a completely different. It's not completely different. It looks just quite different here. So I'm gonna try to get through this as fast as I can. I missed a hit there. It's okay. And we got one more. There we go. That actually wasn't too bad. As you can imagine, I know, censoring, right? In the States, they removed some of the crosses and some of the other, what would you call it, ritualistic imagery in this level. So no upside down cross for the altar in the US version. This is true. Kind of cool too. I've just recently been playing through the arcade version. I've never played through it myself, and this whole area looks completely different in the arcade version as well. So basically the same boss, but those crosses would have destroyed. I know, like, apparently we just, this game did actually come with a parental advisory warning on the box. And in the States, which was kind of interesting. It's kind of one of the first games known to do that. This is before the ratings board even existed or anything. So kind of interesting little tidbit and side note there. I think, if I remember correctly, during some of the Senate hearings on video game censorship and stuff like that, this game was brought up. So here are the possessed chairs. These, if you're speedrunning, these are like one of the few, see, I just got hit there. They're one of the few RNG elements in the game. And then now we're in the second room of stage 5. This one was not kind to me during a lot of practice, so we're gonna hope for some good luck. Ooh, got some good luck there. That's kind of cool. I want to get to the boss of this level with as much health as possible, and still, sliding and jump kicking as fast as I can. Okay, these guys are not going to cooperate, so I'm just gonna go. Took a little bit of damage there. It's actually still doing okay. And actually, that's some of the best RNG I've had in a while in this game. So, actually, was created due to Mortal Kombat 1 and well, there you go. Thank you, Fury. Interesting. I did not know that. And we're gonna skip past this guy, and now we're into the second. No, there's 2 more areas here in stage 6 or stage 5 before we get to the boss. In the arcade version, oh my gosh, this room has held me up. This guy takes like 8,000 hits in the arcade version. A little bit easier on the home console version, thankfully. I'm just slide here. So what that guy does is he actually reanimates all of the enemies in this room. So you could be stuck in this room for the entire game, if possible. Yes, Emily dropping the knowledge. Okay, here we go. So once again, another auto-scroller, as you've probably getting used to seeing now. But we have a new enemy, the Witch, which can really ruin a run. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay, we're good. So I'm going to try to hit it as fast as I possibly can. We got there. Still sliding and jump kicking. Ah. Ooh, we got a little bit of a problem here. So we're going to take a little bit safer on this boss because we only have 2 health. And this is Ban Emily for the pun. No, more puns. Allow as many puns as possible. And here, you've met up with your girlfriend. You're going to save her. It's exciting. Wait, wait. Oh, what the... There it is. And it happens. Can I focus here just for a second? Ah, oh, missed. Oh, did I get it? Oh, man, we gotta... Okay, so we're gonna take a save here from her. I'm trying, Glitch. I'm trying to save her. We got through the first part of it pretty fast, but we're gonna take it a little bit safer here. We'll wait for the enemy to jump over here, please. Oh! Well, just ignore like this first boss fight ever happened, and we're gonna try this again. Look at this. So now we just get a chance to practice, actually. It's great. Speedrunners love this. I didn't see anything. That first boss fight never happened. Just ignore it. This can be definitely, this level and this stage, definitely part of a run killer, but also, if you're playing this game casually, which I highly recommend, it's a super fun game to actually play casually. It doesn't take too long. You can get through it in a couple hours or less. This can definitely be one of the spots that starts hanging you up. In the arcade version, oh my gosh, I still haven't gotten past this level. It's been driving me... come on. There we go. Okay, we made it. Cool. So now into the most RNG part of this entire game, and that's stage 6. Just giving you fair warning, if you haven't eaten yet, or if you've got a delicate system, perhaps a delicate stomach, you may want to look away. This stage gets pretty gross pretty quick. So these little things are going to be hatching, and there are honestly a lot of inappropriate puns we could make during this stage. So I'll leave it to the chat to how appropriate they want to get. But you'll notice that these little guys are going to be spawning, and they spawn completely at random. And what makes them even more challenging is that their patterns are very tough to predict. And also, if they spawn anywhere near the screen, they will stay on screen. So even if you see this, you might see or hear them spawn off screen, and they will stay on screen until you actually go destroy it. So they can be, this is a bad one. Oh, we got there. Ooh, that was lucky. I'm going to try not to slide too much because this gets a little scary if you slide. And it's because of the patterns that these things take. They can honestly, all of a sudden, they'll just start jolting at you, and it's very scary and scary. Oh my gosh, what's going on? So I already took a damage. It's scary to take any sort of damage in this level, not going to lie. Yeah, oh, aliens. I haven't heard that one. That's pretty good. They do kind of look like aliens. Which, by the way, one of my favorite movies is the original Alien. The second one is pretty good as well, but... So, one of the other things that got changed in the American version of this game was Rick's mask. It's not actually white, and I assume that had something to do with copyrights and not wanting to be sued. But, you never, you know. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, geez. Ah, poop. Okay, so... Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't get enough of this stage the first time, wait until the second time comes around, because it honestly gets like just 10 times better the second time you play through this stage. You know, look at this. I mean, look. Isn't it already so much better having to play this a second time through? Well, so, what can we say about this the second time through? Well, as I mentioned, these things really do more stage. Exactly, Stormcrow. These things really do spawn in kind of some crazy... You probably already noticed, the ones that have spawned off screen just stay there. If you didn't think the level was hard enough. Okay, let's see. So you have to literally, you just have to go around and actually destroy all of them. The level design is actually really cool in this entire game. And it's... I really do think the developers... have an affinity for you know, movies and cinema and things like that, because as you noticed already in the Wampaka Graffiti run through playthrough or speed run, there's a lot of homage going on to a lot of horror movies and different types of things like that from the time period. So I'm going to try to focus it. There's actually some pretty great strats you can do here to incorporate some slides, but I'm going to take it just a little bit safe. Oh, you can do a rock thing. Oh geez, this is bad. Oh geez, this is really bad. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to play through this one more time. You know, the nice thing is it only wastes like 90 seconds or maybe close to 2 minutes every time you die on the boss here. So it's really kind of cool. So what do we say the third time around? How do we make this interesting the third time around? Hey, yay. Ah! So when those guys actually do, when these little dudes actually do hang on to you, you can rock the controller left and right on your D-pad, and it can knock them off without them hurting you. Oh my jeez. Come on. And this is why you put, let's see, okay, hold on a sec. Thanks, Mim. Appreciate it. Whew. Tell us about the arcade version. There you go, Glitch. Good idea. The arcade version has the same 7 stages. There are definitely some differences in the design of the stages, but it's definitely a quarter machine. Like, it really, if there's something about the arcade version, it definitely wants you to put as many quarters as it possibly can. That was really just a challenging spawn. Okay. Oh my god, I'm getting so on. Ah! These are some really rough spawns from these things. Hang on one second, folks. I'm just gonna try it. Oh, that's in a terrible spot. Oh my gosh! Ah! No, stay away. Okay, let's see. What do we do here? We have 1 health. Ah! Thanks, Way Out West. Well, this is a first for me, folks. I don't think I've ever actually had to play this a 4th time. So, we're gonna try to get a little bit luckier with some RNG here. As you can probably tell, this is why this is in a casual or in a speedrun. This stage can be 4 times a charm. I sure as heck hope so. We're gonna try. Man, it's so funny because the practice. I was doing a fair amount of practice today, and it was going really well. That's why I was actually have my splits up, because I'm like, oh, you know what? There's a chance I can PB. Little did I know the game had a different idea. But some cool things you can do with the arcade. Well, one of the reasons that the arcade version is significantly harder is the amount of enemies and the amount of hits that they take. There's just a lot more enemies on screen, and I'm sure there's a bunch of different reasons that they decided to change that for the console version. One of them obviously being the challenge, but also the TurboGrafx-16 probably was only capable of showing a certain amount of sprites at a given time. Another difference between the console and the arcade version is the amount of health that you get after every level. You'll probably notice that, oh geez, after every level I'm regenerating 2 pieces of health. In the arcade version, you only get 1, so Stormcrow, I'm trying. Here we go, okay. Oh, that's in a really bad spot. Oh, we got lucky. Jeez. These are some of the most aggressive spawns I've seen. What did I do to the console, man? I tell you. Oh, come on. There we go. Finally. Holy cow. Cannot make any mistakes. Restart at the level. Yes. There are no progress points absolutely in the arcade version. So stop tilted. I'm trying. Okay. Here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, we made it through. Okay. Woo! Go team. Okay. Here is stage 7, and we have full health. So the nice thing is that we might get a chance to do some of the faster strats on the last boss. There are no enemies that you can actually kill except for the final boss in stage 7. These dudes are on fire, and if you hit them, you get hurt. There's no way to beat them. They are there forever. There we go. Okay, we made it. So here's my favorite music of the game. This is the final boss. Either fire or very hairy for those dudes. Some awesome music here at the end of this game at this boss. Oh, those little rocks that fall are totally RNG. And you have to avoid some hands. So the first game that I ever tried speedrunning was Super Mario Bros. 3, so I always feel like this is an homage to trying to avoid no hands. Okay, I think we can try a slide here. Got to hand it to Emily with the pun. Oops. Well, I was going to try for a speed strat, but I didn't time it correctly. Now we'll go for some speed strats. We have full health. We're good. And yes, you have to avoid the falling almonds. It's very important. Okay, here we go. We're going to go for a slide. Oop, no, we're not. Okay, and I think we might have one more cycle. Crazy hands going everywhere. Jeez Louise. Poisonous chocolate chips. Yes, that too. There we go. Okay. Oh man, we're gonna make it under 20 minutes. Woohoo! Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, look at that. 19 minutes and a paltry 19 minutes and 27 seconds. Okay, so as the credits roll here, first of all, this game has some really great outro credits. It very much feels like a horror movie, very melancholy from, you know, the time period, maybe the 80s and the 70s. Underestimate, right? We made it underestimate. So happy, so exciting. A couple of quick things here. First of all, while I know Stage 6 didn't always look the greatest, it's a really fun game to play through. So if you're at all interested, it's available on the Virtual Console, and I think has actually been re-released as part of, I think the more modern Splatterhouse actually had it on the disc as well for the Xbox or the PlayStation 3, if I remember correctly. Let me highly recommend this game because it's really fun to play through. This and Wampaka Graffiti and Splatterhouse 2 and 3 are on the Genesis are really sing I Am the Wind. I'm not going to do it, dog. I'm not going to sing I Am the Wind. But they're really fun to play through. And this will be my one chance. I'm going to let everyone know, if you're at all interested in the TurboGrafx-16, we have a wonderful TurboGrafx-16 Discord community. If you want to come hang out and learn a little bit more about the console, there's a bunch of us in there, speedrunners and casual people who casually enjoy the TurboGrafx-16. Please stop by and say hi. We're very friendly and we're very passionate about this console. So I want to do a quick shout out and thank you so much to the Retro Gaming Live folks. I feel very fortunate to call a lot of them my friends, and I really appreciate everything that they do and all these kind of marathons that they do to keep retro video games alive and speedrunning and all that stuff. So thank you, everyone. Mike and Nate and Todo all got me set up on the stream today. Thank you guys so much. Stay tuned. Glitchwitch is next, and after meeting her in person, she is just as lovely in person as she is on stream. I can vouch for her legitimacy. So hope you stick around, watch the rest of the marathon. We're almost there. We got a few more games. It's awesome. Okay, thanks. Have a great weekend, and thanks so much for having me, and take care. Yay!